Hello, this is Greenwise Joe. Like some of you, I have a pest or bug problem, and this is how I control them. I would use diatomaceous earth. This is food grade diatomaceous earth, and what I do is sprinkle this all over the leaves which are being eaten by either cutworms, snail, or slug. One of the way I control my pest problem is, this is if you could afford it. This bed was full of baby bok choy, so what I decided to do is contain whatever pest they were right in that area where those two baby bok choys are at. I did not touch it, I left it alone, and I believe my theory was right because other than these two baby bok choys here, which are still being eaten, the rest of them, as I have been showing you whenever I harvested them and used them on my cooking, they were very healthy. None of them were touched by the whatever slugs or whatever pests these are, either slug, snail, or cutworm. And I must say that the rest of them came out very healthy. So whatever is eating this, I was able to contain it where it's at and did not touch any of the other surrounding plants. So that's one way I do it. If you could afford to leave a sacrificial, I guess that's what you might call it, you can call it a sacrificial plant, because I have enough for myself and even to share with others, that I decided I'm leaving these two here as a bait or sacrificial plant. And my theory, I believe, was right because none of the other bok choy was ever touched by it, and we were able to have a very good bountiful harvest. Now this is a rutabaga which I have planted in place of the baby bok choys that I have harvested here, and as you can see, it's getting to it as well. And this has got to be the work of a snail or slug. They're very, 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 very tiny, so almost microscopic, the type that I have here. So they're very hard to see, but I could tell it by the way they nibble on the leaves. See all those little holes? Most of the time, if it's cutworm, they would chew the leaves from the outside, like this one, and they just chew it and chew it until this leaf here is gone, and then they go on to the next. And yet there is still a sign of snail and slug nibbling on that as well. They basically would create like a lazy effect on the leaves because they would nibble right in the middle of that leaf. Right there, those little holes, to me, is a work of snail or slug. So this is how I control my slug, snail, and cutworm problem. Either I leave a sacrificial plant there for them to enjoy, and they would leave the rest of the plant alone. Now that's if you could afford that. Now if you cannot, diatomaceous earth is my control. I have noticed that when cutworm had eaten a leaf which is sprayed with or sprinkled with this powdery substance, it seems like it did not kill it all the right away, but I promise you the next morning I will find that cutworm laid out straight on the ground, did not even bother to bury itself beneath the soil surface, because I believe it's got such a stomach ache from this diatomaceous earth, because it was like probably tearing it apart inside, because this powdery substance acts like shards of broken glass inside if the bugs ingest it. So this is my control of most of my pests in my garden. Diatomaceous earth, natural control. For now, I hope this helped you. This is Greenwise Joe, and thank you for watching.